Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm S2F Gaming and welcome back to episode 58 of the ARK Survival Evolved series. Guys, in the last episode, we landed on Aberration and my god, I am so excited to be on this map. I assume you guys could tell from the last episode because I was completely scatterbrained. I honestly didn't know what to do first, but ultimately, we made our first shack, we went out, we killed a few creatures, got ourselves some armor, and we're looking pretty good. But today, guys, I want to have a clear, defined goal. I kind of want to... I don't want to be scatterbrained today because, don't get me wrong, I'm real excited to be on this map, but we need to get some stuff done here. So first things first, I think we need to just build up this base. We need a little TLC because last episode we built it up, we just didn't do anything with it, honestly. We didn't put anything in there. So it's just a 2x2, it's just a blank slate basically. I want to keep it this small for right now because again, this is just a starter shack. Eventually we will move to another base location. But for the meantime, we can slowly build this thing up. But honestly, I don't mind having these small bases and stuff like that. So long story short though, I've went out and gotten myself a lot of different building materials, mortar and pestles, storage box, preserving pin, refining forges, a bed, a couple of foundations, a couple of stairs, the whole nine basically, just to kind of build this up a little bit more. So first things first, let's get started with the actual build, or at least the additions too. What I'm actually going to do is we're going to put in the refining forges first. I think it's better to just put them out. Whoops, that's a table. That is not a refining forge. I think the best idea is honestly just put the foundations out here, and we'll kind of do like I've been doing in the custom map story mode series, where we're going to put the forges basically in the backyard, so we'll be able to access them no problem. I just think this is going to look a little bit nicer. It's just going to be a little bit easier to deal with, and we'll put a set of stairs basically so we can get right up and all that fun stuff. So let's put the railings in, get that... Again, for right now, this is just going to be the best way to access this, and to be honest, I think it's just a little bit better doing it this way than having to go through the house each time and then do this, you know what I mean? It just seems to be a little too much. So having it over here, we can get our metal, get up here, just throw it in the forges, we'll have a smithy right here, and kind of call it a day. So what I like to do, especially when I'm building, is I make myself a ladder, because what the ladder will actually do is, when you climb up, you are completely centered on that foundation. So if you want everything lined up nice and perfectly, like I always do, yeah, that's the best way to basically do it. So I'm going to kind of line this up. Best way to tell if if the item that you're trying to put down is going to be going into the wall or anything like that, if you look all the way in the back, you'll see that obviously right now, partially it is inside. If you keep backing up, eventually that dark green color will become like a light green color, and it kind of will let you know that, hey, you're not going to be sticking through the wall. Now, refining forges are a little interesting. They're a little bit harder to deal with because, again, I am rotating them, so it does make it a little different. The downside is, of course, on console, we don't have on single player the pickup ability, so you really have 30 seconds to kind of figure this out. So let me run into the house real fast, because the last thing I need is for them to stick through, which they are not. That is perfect. Awesome. Let's deal with that. Now we're going to put down our smithy. Oh, first we actually have to use, we actually have to make some metal, so that's fine. I have a little bit of wood. Let's do that. 37. I actually, in the process, was able to make, get myself 28 metal, so that'll be enough to get us into the metal tier. Plus, we'll be able to make an actual, wait, what's this using? Oh, wait, what just happened? Put that back in. 67. Oh, we have another 31 here. Okay, let's do that. There we go. So 49 wood there. And 49 wood here, just to keep everything even, basically. And once the refining forges are done with about 5 metal, we'll pull all that wood out, because we're going to be using that too. Looks like I need a little bit of water. So I think what I want to do too is, I did this in the original series. I kind of made like a ladder system basically here, and I might have to do that again, because having to run down and back around and all that fun stuff is a bit of a pain, I'm going to be honest. Plus, I probably shouldn't be sprinting as much as I am. But it is what it is. So what I'll do here is, let's just kind of hop down here. maybe using pipes would be a little bit better. Basically, just kind of pipe ourselves all the way up there, and then we'll have like a tap or something like that. That might actually be the option that I go with. That might just work out a little bit better too, because there's equises on this map, which I think an equus would be kind of cool to get. Obviously raptors can pounce you and stuff like that, so, but I honestly just love having the equus in general, so it might be something that I'm going to be looking for, because then we could start getting crops going and all that fun stuff, or, we wait for our next base location. This is like the rudimentary shack, and then we slowly kind of build ourselves as we, become a little more acclimated with Aberration and everything like that. Alright, forges are done. We actually have 10 metal ingot, which should be totally fine. Let's come on down here. I should have enough stuff to make myself the... No, I don't. Oh, I need a little more stone. Interesting. We'll break this stone, then. That's totally fine. I think that's enough to get us started here. It is. Smithy. Perfect. And I'm going to use the rest of this to basically just get myself a decent amount of flint, because I'm going to want to get spark powder going as quickly as possible. So let's wait till... Oh, this actually had a lot more life to it. I thought it was pretty much about to break. We're going to get a little metal out of it, too. Okay, screw it. We'll actually leave that there. Let's get the smithy lined up first. So let's, again, use the ladder, climb up. It's going to get ourselves centered, pick up the wood ladder, come on over here, and basically put down the smithy. Now, traditionally, I would actually have the anvil portion on this side, basically on this side. And what you would do is you would actually pick up this wall, again, in a perfect world, if we had access to auto pickup on single player, I would do that and kind of have the anvil facing the other way, but we don't, and I don't want to waste the materials, so it's really not that big of a deal. But again, in a perfect world, basically. So what we'll do is we'll line this up again, kind of getting everything perfect, lined up, and look at that. Perfect. Awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of that wood that we have. We're going to put in the metal ingot that we have, which is a total of 5. I think we'll need to put fiber in there too, and we can finally make a metal pick, which is going to be absolutely amazing, honestly. Let's see here. Do we have a little bit of metal? We do. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here. That's 6 right there, and then this will hold 5, which is fine. That'll give us a little bit more metal, maybe even to the point, honestly, that we can actually make ourselves a hatchet. 3, 4... Yeah, we should be able to actually make a hatchet out of this, which is kind of cool. So we'll let that go, basically. That's going to take a little bit to do. But in the meantime, let's go inside of the house and start the building here. So first things first, we are going to have to put down the bed, but what I want to do is these windows basically are going to be my line of sight, so I don't want to put anything excessive in front of them, honestly. So we're going to pick this guy up. I am going to put down a large storage box just to give us as much storage space as possible in here. Now I'm going to slowly back this up. You'll see that the green starts to turn into a light green color. Light green color, it should snap perfectly, and we're all good to go. Perfect. What I might want to do is we have a preserving bin, we have a simple bed, and then we have a table. I'm going to want to put down the table first because that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to put our mortar and pestles on. I like doing it this way. Basically, all you do is you kind of just line it up. You kind of spitball where everything's going to go. And we're good. Now, instead of having the mortar pestles traditionally, like, on the floor, you can actually put them on tables. And I actually really, really like doing this, honestly. It just looks a little cleaner. It just kind of saves you a little bit of storage space and everything like that. And all we're going to do is we're just going to put the 2 right here, call it a day. So we are good to go there. On this side of the build, let's put down the preserving bin, I think. And we are going to have to make a campfire. Do we have enough stuff for a campfire? We do not, because we need wood. That's totally fine. Speaking of wood, head back out here. Pick all that up, pick all this up, and we're all good. Throw the metal ingot in there. That's 9. Now we need to throw a little bit of wood in, and now I can make myself a hatchet. We can also make a crossbow, but I'm going to be honest, I think the hatchet's just going to work out a little bit better right now. Plus, what's nice is we have access to metal in this area. It's pretty common, honestly. Right down here, we have all those river rocks, and the river rocks, again, won't give you a stupid amount of metal, But for beginning game, it's actually pretty good. So we can take up out of the stone pick, left trigger drop. Get rid of that skin. That skin's going to go on the new hatchet. And we can say goodbye to the stone tier at this point, because now we are in the metal tier, which is absolutely amazing. We're going to be able to get a lot more resources and everything like that. What I'm going to want to do now at this point is, what did I need? I need to get a campfire. So we'll actually take out this rock here. And as you can see right away, the yield that we get is just absolutely crazy. So I'm going to start actually using flint on this too, because again, most of the stone and flint is going to be used just for spark powder at this point. So let's see what I need for a campfire. I need the wood again. Okay, so let's head on over here. Do that. Get maybe 2 campfires? Yeah, we'll do 2 campfires. I did have the campfires earlier out here, but I actually broke them. Because again, I'm going to move the campfires into the house, so I think it just makes a little more sense. Alright, now what we're going to do is, I think the best bet is probably to put the bed maybe back here. Just trying to, like, space and map this all out, kind of what I want to do here. It is a little bit dark in the house, I apologize. Maybe what we'll do is eventually I'll get, like, a torch and put, like, one of those wall-hanging torches or whatever on the wall. What I can technically do is... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put another storage here, but it's actually going to be a bookshelf. Now, what do we need for a bookshelf? What's great about the bookshelf is the bookshelf will hold blueprints specifically, but it holds 100 blueprints, which is just great, honestly. Thatch, wood, and fiber. Okay, we probably need a little more wood, I'm going to be honest. But that's actually not too shabby to make. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go out and get that specifically. We need fiber, too, but we do have fiber in there. So, let's assume we're going to put the bookshelf right in the middle here, kind of like what we did on this side. So, over here might be good to put in a campfire. Right about here, just to give us a little bit of light. Alright, we might not actually need the second campfire, though. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of line this up here, climb up, get off, pick up the ladder, and then we'll put in the preserving bin. Now, the preserving bin's, like, impossible to line up. I have no idea how to do this. I always kind of have to spitball it to kind of get the right line. I think, like, right there should be okay. Let's see. Oh, yes. You can see I'm a little bit further out, so let me try that again. Alright, there we go, actually. That's actually pretty perfect. Only took a couple of attempts. But anyways, let's head on into here. We have ourselves some of these acerbic mushrooms. Now, these are going to be basically narco berries. On this map, you have these mushroom variants and stuff like that. It's the same thing, basically. It's just narcotics, essentially. So, we'll start to get that going, because we actually have some spoiled meat. Let's split the spoiled meat a little bit. Because, again, I'm going to want to go out and also try to get our first tame today. We'll see kind of what's around us. So we might be limited with options, but we'll see what's actually out there. Now, what I'm going to do in the meantime is we have all this raw meat. I'm going to throw all the raw meat in here. For now. And then I'm going to jump back into here, throw in some flint. Flint. Come on, split. Nope. Split. There we go. Split that. And we're going to get that spark powder going. Now, spark powder is going to work for a ton of stuff, honestly. So first of all, it's going to help actually keep this going. Now, preserving bin is awesome because what it's going to do is it's basically like a primitive fridge, basically. So everything that's in there now has a normal spoil timer of like 14-15 minutes at this point. Once we actually get a little bit of spark powder, throw that in there. you'll see that the spoil timer kind of just shoots up, honestly. So spark powder's in there. Now that it's working, we've went up to 2 hours and 24 minutes and 24 seconds, which is absolutely awesome. So traditionally, just put all of your mushrooms, your berries, anything that has a spoil timer on it, just chuck it in there and you'll be good to go, basically, for the meantime. Measure berries specifically, yeah, you know what? There's no pegos on this map, so that's okay. We can put that away. Stim berries, yeah, what the hell? We'll hold on to those. Now I'm going to just start using this to basically kind of lighten the load that we have here, honestly. We're just holding stuff that we don't necessarily need right this second. Charcoal I'm also going to throw into here at this point because another thing that spark powder is going to help us with is making gunpowder, which is going to be huge, honestly. Down the road, especially when we start going into getting out of the bow and arrow department, the crossbow department, and finally going into long neck shotguns, all that fun stuff. I think I might actually split some of this. So 230, 229, 224, 229. Okay, so 224, 223, 223, and 222. Okay, so we'll take this 40 stack. And we'll split those. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take all the raw meat, throw the raw meat back in here, kind of switch these back and forth, no problem. And now all of these will have the same spoil timer, basically. This 40 meat that I'm going to bring into my inventory will spoil a little bit quicker, but that's also because we have a little bit of narcotic, a little bit of narco berries, stuff like that, still inside of there, basically. So I'm going to want to make as much narcotic as possible. Alright, and for now, last but not least, will be the bed, basically. So, let me figure out kind of which way I want to do it. Do I want to do the bed this way or this way? Yeah, you know what? We're going to have to go long ways, which is totally fine. So, let's do this for now. Pop this down here. Nope, let's do that again. Climb up, climb down, pick up ladder. That'll line us up. Take the simple bed. Put the simple bed down, and then you kind of just have to get as close as possible to the wall and kind of line up where you want to do this. Traditionally, I don't have this just right against the wall because it might mess up kind of spawning in and everything like that. So for right now, we're just going to kind of... It's getting a little dark. Is it... Yeah, it's probably turning night at this point. That's probably why. So let me line this up again. Get this bed on down. And move the bed over to the side a little bit, just so it's kind of out of the way. But there we go. That's actually not looking too shabby so far. We can always add a few more things in, which, like I said, we're going to put in a bookshelf there just to be able to hold a little bit. But again, we're not actually looking too bad right now, honestly. I think we're looking pretty good. Alright, so not too shabby. 130 metal from the river rocks down there with a metal pick. That's actually not too shabby, honestly. But anyways, we're going to pop back into base here. It looks like our raw meat is slowly but surely getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start splitting this basically up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Split that to 50. Split that 57 to that. Perfect. We'll move this on over here. 50, 28. Come on down. Let's take this 100. Split that 42. Perfect. And do the same thing here, 143. Split all that, make a ton of spark powder here. We are going to actually need to go out and get a little bit more stone, because we have a little bit of keratin. I actually want to see, I don't think it's going to be enough, honestly, but how much cementing paste? It is 4, so I can make, that would be 4 cementing paste. In order to make a water jar, I want to say it's 7. 7. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit more. So, you know what? In the meantime, let's go out and see if we can actually maybe find, like, a trilobite or something in this water right here that we can grab this. Is this the best way to do this? Probably not. We'll be okay. There we go. And then we'll do that hop, and then we're good to go. Okay, let's see if there's a trilobite right here, because that would be absolutely amazing. If there's no trilobites or anything, that's okay. We'll have to just... kind of figure out our game plan then. Nah, no trilobites. Alright, let me look down a little bit towards this side of the beach. Now, there is a Spino down here, so I do have to kind of be aware of my surroundings. There was a Spino. Alright. I don't see anything in the water here. Okay. Oh, that's just me swimming around. Oh my god, that sounded like something was, like, Trying to come up and attack me here. Ah, there's the... Okay. Let's see. Alright, now, I don't really see anything. Plus, I don't really see much on the shoreline here, so I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to kill something for some keratin. Because, yeah, unfortunately, trilobites are the biggest way to get yourself some chitin on here, but, yeah, it is what it is, basically. So, let's go track something down. We might actually have to kill one of the stegos then, possibly. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I guess we'll see how this goes, basically. Dodicarus. What level are you? You're level 5. Ooh. Oh, totally missed. There we go. I think you better give me keratin. Alright, it's now kind of inside of its bowl, so now I'm just gonna kinda... Oh, it doesn't take damage this way? Okay, well, I guess we're gonna do it this way. Take damage? It's gotta take damage from this, right? This is such a waste of arrows, honestly. Hopefully I have 60 arrows left. Hopefully I can actually kill a level 5, but we'll see how this goes, honestly. Oh my god, both of my friggin' bows broke. And I don't think this is doing any form of damage to it, honestly. Stabbing it, using a pick, using a hatchet. Oh my god, this really... this is absolutely ridiculous. It was a level 5, and I haven't been... Oh my god. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is we're going to go back to base. I kind of want to see if I upgrade to a pick. Will that work? I mean, we have enough resources. We have enough stuff here. So I should be able to do this no problem. Let's kind of do that. Let's kind of do this. Let's throw you in here. Let's throw you. Alright, we can upgrade to crossbows. So we can do that. And then I guess we'll try a pick too and see if a pick works. Or a pike, not a pick. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think this is working. Oh my god, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's a level 5. I literally just went through all of my friggin' arrows, like 80-something arrows. Trying to take this damn thing out. Oh my gosh. So what I'm gonna do is, I think at base I might actually have some, materials to make more arrows. So we might actually do that at this point, because that thing's pretty much dead. It's just a matter of actually, killing it at this point, basically. Or the other option is we go out and kill, like, a stego or something like that, which could be an option. But again, they do take a lot of damage reduction. But I guess at this point, we're basically only getting 8 damage per hit, so I'm not really sure what the best play is here at this point. There we go. Oh my god, finally. Give me those arrows. Watch me get 0 keratin from this. Okay, we get keratin. Thank god. Oh my god. 17 keratin out of all that, using over 100 arrows. Oh my gosh. Wow, we were only able to make 8 cementing paste. That is absolutely insane. We do have that spoiled meat ready to go too, so I think I'm just going to chuck that in there. That'll make a few more here. Let's take the rest of the spoiled meat here. Chuck that on in, so we'll be able to make a few there. And then finally, we should be able to make a... Oh, I need crystal. Where did I put my crystal? Crystal. We can finally make ourselves a water jar. Oh my god, there we go, finally. Oh my god. Speaking of which, I need to go get a little bit of water. But at this point, guys, unfortunately, this has taken a lot longer than I expected it to, honestly. Of course, having to kill a Dodicarus took a little bit longer, but it is getting late here, guys. I'm going to wrap up the episode here. I'm excited with the progress, honestly. Today was a little less progress, I will admit, but not as scatterbrained as the first episode on Aberration. So, TLC to the base, it was needed to be done. We have upgraded to metal tier also. I'll repair all my stuff before next episode too. But guys, don't worry, next episode we will be going out for our first tame. It is definitely time to do that. Whether it's going to be something like a Ravager, whether it's going to be something like a Parasaur to be able to get us a little bit more, like, narcotics and stuff going, I'm not really sure yet. We'll have to find out in the next episode, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to smash that like button. It really helps me out. On top of that, guys, if you're enjoying my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Again, it really, really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.